Hey guys, it's 10 Types, and today I'm going to be showing off a Dialga VSTAR list. This is pretty standard, and I imagine many of you have seen it before, but it's a really interesting deck to play, and I think you'll see some interesting games. It's pretty neat because obviously it's centered around Dialga VSTAR, and it's Star Chronos VSTAR power, which you can of course only use once per game, dealing 220 damage for 5 energy, which is insanely hard to set up, but once it sets up, it's insane, because then you can take another turn straight after the attack, almost guaranteeing the two shot on whatever it is, or often a one shot following that up. So you can KO something like a Crobat V with the V Star power, and then KO a V Max or V Star with your Metal Blast attack, which does a lot of damage as soon as you have like 6 or 7 energy, which will be the case after you have used your V Star power. The deck also plays Zacian to set up, as well as being an alternate attacker, and also the Baby Dialga from the Celebration set, which can recover cards and can allow you to do some damage if that's what you need, especially against something like Miltank. So that's pretty cool. And it also plays the Mew engine, which is pretty common. You could play it with Diancie and Blastoise as more of a slower deck that's just a bit stronger and often can have more options. But I think the Mew build's better. It can be vulnerable to being gusted up, but overall it's very solid. And he plays stuff like Battle VIP Pass to get set up quickly. So let's go and hop into some games. Okay, so the first game we have here, we're against a fighting deck, and this should be good. Of course, they could do something like Urshifu VMAX, the Vapid Strike one, which can hit our bench, which is annoying, or even the Single Strike, which can one-shot us, but overall that's not too huge of a deal. And we can often just KO them once we set up. And we have an amazing opening hand here. We see, it looks like they're playing Stonejourner, which is actually a pretty good matchup. They will struggle to get through us, and we will be able to either one-shot them or two-shot them without giving them a turn to heal in between. So overall, really solid matchup. And a lot of times they don't even play a lot of basics. Let's make sure it's Stonejourner though. And yep, that's exactly what it is. So looking good for now. And let's see. They're going to attach some energy and probably start healing up, but that's all good. And I'm going to grab myself probably this Palkia and the Radiant Greninja to start drawing some more cards, which is just really important for a step. And we can go ahead and draw some more. And luckily, Training Course should probably stick. They often don't play Training Course of their... They often do play Training Course of their own, so that's good. And we don't hit a... And we don't hit anything else. We can probably Radiant Greninja again, though. That's always good. And I'm going to grab another energy out of the deck, too. Don't really want to draw into too many more energies. So let's see. Okay, this hand's not amazing, but they're not applying a ton of pressure. Honestly, I could go in with the Metal Coating attack to accelerate some energy to Dialga, but I'm not really loving that. So I could play the other Dialga from Celebrations, but I think I'll just pass the turn over here. And they're probably not going to apply much pressure here. They don't want to attack the Mew with something like Guard Press because Mew resists them. So they're probably going to Kabu, going to go with the Schoolgirl as well. And they play a lot of draw supporters, so they should be drawing fine in the early game. But at the end of the game, I don't think they will be able to just heal off all the damage or prevent enough damage. Of course, if they do accelerate a lot of Stone Fighting energy and get those on, that's bad. But they can't accelerate it with Stone Gift, so that's good. And yeah, we see them get the third energy on, so they can start carrying us with Max Roxfall pretty soon. But we do hit our V-Star, which is nice. And Hisuian Heavy Ball. And we can grab our Mewtwo, which is pretty decent at just drawing some extra cards here and there. I'll play that, just see what I get. Got ourselves a Trekking Shoes. I'll play that. And I don't really think we need this Mew just yet. Going with this other Mew, though. Definitely want to evolve Dialga here. And, of course, attach. Definitely don't need this Boss's Orders right now. I could go ahead with something like Crobat, but that's not amazing. I'll just grab myself another Mew here and start drawing some more cards, or at least seeing some more stuff. Another Quick Ball is decent. We could thin our hand down in Crobat here, which is quite strong. Honestly, I like that. Training Core, get rid of that other boss's orders. We can recover stuff late game as well with the Dialga, which is strong. So go ahead and draw a few more here. And this hand's looking fine. We can Avery, see even more cards. Nothing we need just yet. Enough energies in the discard though. So, and we don't hit any energy, but Metal Saucer. So there's a decent chance we can get rolling next turn and honestly take the win here. Once we go in with that Star Chronos, we should just win. Might get Marned here though. Pretty big hand. Wouldn't be shocked if that happened. Hopefully they don't KO this Dialga. They shouldn't be able to, but that's a bit concerning. And they go in with the Avery, which is honestly fine with us. We can get rid of the Crobat. Definitely. I don't love getting rid of the Mew. So I think I'll get rid of the Zacian. That's not going to help us too much right here. And yeah, they take the KO. But that's fine. We just need... honestly, if we hit a Metal Saucer off of this one Mew right here, we do have the game. Oh, and we top deck Metal Saucer, which is amazing. We can do... there's 2 Metal Saucers, grab the 3rd energy, and now just switch in, and we do have game 2 turns, taking them in a row with the Star Chronos attack. Just insane, and they can't really do much against this. And we do take the game here, just showing how powerful this deck is when it gets set up. And if your opponent can't do anything about it, you're just in an amazing position. Okay, getting into game 2 here. So your opponent rocking that Mew core, Mew deck box, and Mew sleeve. So definitely could be Mew VMAX here. Wouldn't be shocked about that. And that's a solid matchup. They will outspeed us in the early game, but as long as we can set up, we should be all good. Of course, they can gust us up, and they're going to choose to go second, which isn't anything crazy. They do have the potential of KOing my Palkia, or sorry, my Dialga turn 1. They could KO a Palkia turn 1, KO an Arceus turn 1, and that's just really scary because they have the Meloetta, and they have the Elisa Sparkle, and they also have Choice Belt and Power Tablet. But we have a decent starting hand of our own here. And yep, unsurprisingly, it is Mew. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves an energy right here, and then Mysterious Tail. And I imagine we want this other energy. We can just guarantee some energies on our Dialga, which I really like. So I'll go ahead, draw some cards for the Greninja. Trekking Shoes, don't want that right there. We can scoop up net and just draw even more cards. And hopefully get through a deck really quickly here. We see another Mew, which is pretty cool. Looking for Battle VIP Pass here. I gotta thin my deck down a little as well before this Mysterious Tail. And we hit Ultra Ball and Trekking Shoes, as well as Air Balloon. Honestly, gotta go with this Ultra Ball here though. Play that down. Play that down. Just gonna thin our hand down a bunch. I don't think we need that Training Core. I definitely don't want to get rid of the VSTAR. So yeah, let's get rid of the Training Core and that Mew. Got ourselves a Crobat, and we played 2, so one's gotta be in deck. And let's also scoop up that Radiant Greninja so we can see even more cards. You see we're down 3 scoop nuts already. We're trying a ton of cards into our deck. We can Radiant Greninja again. Get rid of some more stuff, and man, this deck's really fast. Hit another Metal Saucer. Quick Ball away that Quick Ball, I imagine. We still have energy in the discard. So we can go ahead and grab that Zacian. And end it with some more cards, and now all we need is Metal Saucer, or possibly even a Raihan, and then of course the attachment that we already have in hand, and we will have just an amazing position. Let's see what they got going on. Chromatic Double Tails. Let's see if they got anything going on here though. Oh, and they scoop it up. You see, some people think Mew VMAX Turbo Deck, but nah, Dialga is the real Turbo Deck. Mew, that MVP there, and moving on to the next game. Okay, so going into our third and final game here. Let's see if we can get, honestly, a bit more of a challenging matchup. The deck will struggle when it doesn't set up super consistently. We do go second here, and don't have the best opening hand in the world, but a couple of Mews to start off isn't too bad either. We see our opponent's playing Rapid Strike Urshifu, which is iffy because they can apply a lot of pressure to our Dialgas early while it is sitting on the bench. They don't need any of those Boss's Orders cards. Hand's looking good though, and we can definitely apply a lot of pressure to them as well. We don't want to have too many Mews in play, but this opening hand looks solid. And they're probably going to go ahead. They do have that Melanie build, which is very powerful when it gets going, though it can not set up sometimes. And they also don't have the Octillery down just yet. Gonna play past the peak as well, which is fine. I'll go ahead and Mysterious Tail first. And got myself this Quick Ball. I'm gonna go in with Greninja soon, but I'll Trekking Shoes first. And Scoop of Net, a really good card. Something you want at like all times pretty much. So we're gonna go ahead, grab that Radiant Greninja. See some more cards. And we, they have the Path in play. Gotta bump that first. Conceal cards and draw some more. Okay, so right here, I can scoop up that Radiant Greninja again to draw even more cards in combination with that Training Court. And then we can probably Crobat V. Another Scoop Up Net, which is pretty cool. Definitely want to play that Dialga. And we can probably, we don't need that Boss's Orders. I'll play this Scoop Up Net, that Mew. Get rid of the switch, the Boss's Orders, and that Mew. Put down a Zacian's Prized, unfortunately. So he'll get down another Dialga. They can, of course, hit both Dialgas, but that's not too big of a deal because we'll only be swinging with one anyway. They can Crobat for 5 more cards, so really going hard on the first turn. Avery's pretty good as well. Get another energy. Get our first energy on that Dialga. Scoop up that Greninja. And Marnie, this card's at the bottom of our deck. And mess with their hand a little too. We do lose that Dialga VSTAR for next turn, which isn't great, but aside from that, it's all fine. So Trekking Shoes. Saucer, yeah, definitely want that. I'll Energy Search, get that out. Mysterious Tail. Oh. Yeah, and the deck doesn't always play a ton of items, so it will miss from time to time. It's not the end of the world. And hopefully we get another energy, which we do. Can attach one more to Dialga. That right there. And we could honestly Metal Coating here. I guess I should have saved that Saucer. We're down 2 Metal Saucers. I'll just go ahead, Metal Coating, and get that last energy on there. Again, should have saved that Metal Saucer, but it's not too big of a deal. And now they're going to struggle to deal with us. They can hit us with that 100 Furious Blows, but that's not great because then I can just go ahead and Dialga VSTAR for that KO right there. And then take another KO right after with Dialga VSTAR again. And I have the Boss's Orders, so everything's looking amazing. We see them grabbing an Evo Incense for the Urshifu VMAX, gotta assume. getting the Urshifu. Pretty shiny Urshifu there too. But I don't know if it can do much here. Research losing, not choosing Divine, which is fair. I don't have a very big hand, but my hand's pretty good, so I'll take it. And yeah, they can choice spell. I wonder what they're going for here. They might KO that Mew, hit into the Dialga for a medium amount of damage. I can boss orders up that Urshifu this turn though, which is really good. Unfortunately, no energy on the discard, so can't use Training Court this turn, but not too bad. I really hope that they don't play Path again, but yeah, okay. So just G-Max Rapid Flowing, probably KOing Mew and hitting that Dialga. Could be hitting both Dialgas, but probably one of those two. Imagine they definitely want to apply some pressure to my active. I don't even think I want to boss orders here, though, because then we're not going to KO the Urshifu, unfortunately. We need, let's see. I don't know, we need a lot of energy. We're just not going to be able to get that on, unfortunately. So, yeah. I guess we got to get rid of the boss. Try to think of any other way of going about this. A quick ball away the metal, because we got Training Court, so we can always get it back. Grab that Crobat. Honestly, though, the boss orders play here seems pretty solid. Just taking those 2 turns right away. And just taking a lot of prizes and a lot of board pressure as well. Still Crobat here. And yeah, this hand's amazing. Get rid of that metal. Get rid of... Don't want the Mew in play. That's just a free prize. Don't want too many energies in the discard. Got plenty for now. So... Training Court, get one of those back. And here I'll just Strike Chronos for the first 2 prizes. And then let's see what they send up. Probably that Sabla if I had to guess, but we can boss doors up the Urshifu. Yeah, sending up the Sabla. Makes a ton of sense. I start drawing some more cards with that Radiant Greninja. Yeah, we need like 8 energy or something here, which is I don't think that's possible. So gonna go ahead and heavy ball. We could get this Dialga here to recover something late game if we really want to. And I can also definitely want a Training Court. Definitely want to boss's orders up that Urshifu as well. Now they can't even swing in for 150. They will probably need a Melanie to be able to take some prizes here. So I can Metal Saucer. Attach as well. And I don't want to give the free prize up with Mew. So I'll hold off on that. And just hit him with Metal Blast for a ton of damage. And now they're probably don't have many options here. They will be able to KO this Dialga, but that's about it. Maybe apply a tiny bit of pressure to my bench, but not too much. They may play that Radiant Blastoise. And that's part of the reason I didn't bench Mew, because Radiant Blastoise plus Inteleon Ping plus Medicham, they take an extra turn too. And in this matchup, we want to be the only ones taking extra turns, because they just won't be able to do that. We want to avoid that as much as possible. We do have a lot of Mews in the bin, though, so they could Echoing Horn that back and then go in with that Medicham combo. But they just need so many pieces, and being down this Sword and Shield and Inteleon means they probably can't do it. They're also down some energy. Just one Rapid Strike for now. But yeah, they're setting up their Remoraid, but by this point in the game, it's just so bad. I'm almost down to my last prize as soon as I take out this Urshifu. Let's see what they're grabbing. If they do have that Sword and Shield Inteleon, I'm a bit scared because they can do some big combos, but I think there's a good chance they just don't have it. So I predict we're going to see, if they have Raihan, they'll definitely get that. That's just an amazing play for them. If they don't, they'll probably get Melanie. I can't see them grabbing anything else here, so maybe Energy Search or just some normal supporter. They can't even go in with Roxanne yet either because, well, I'm almost down to my last prize. Not quite there because I haven't knocked out the Urshifu just yet, but all we need is the VSTAR. We are down 2 Ultra Balls, so not the easiest thing to find, but it's fine. So going with Melanie, and that's definitely part of the reason I didn't want to play Mew down. Well, it does help find the Ultra Ball. It does not get us the pieces that we need because they will be able to take their prizes, and then at that point we just lose. So Mew holding off on that was definitely the right play. And unless they do miss their Rapid Strike, in which case playing Mew might have been right, but if they miss their Rapid Strike energy, they're not even carrying my Dialga here. So, and yeah, we do see that Radiant Blastoise I was just talking about. That will allow them to kill our Radiant Greninja if they want. But I don't know if they can do that. Because, they, as I said, they need the energy, and they miss the energy. So, we take the game there. Dialga, really strong deck. And applies so much pressure with that V-Star power that the opponents are just kind of staring at it and don't really have any options. So, you see when it sets up an absurdly good deck. I hope you all enjoyed the content, and I'm excited to see you in the next video.